Hey fast fellas, SpeeDMan here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Civ 6 playing as Victoria Age of Steam. Quick look at abilities here. So Age of Steam, 10% production in cities for every industrial zone building in that city, 2 production to all strategic resources. So let's settle up. Settled on the coast, so there we go, we're working a 2-1-2. And right off the bat, we are working a 2-3 tile, which is fantastic, which means we can get a very nice 5-turn scout up and running. And I may consider getting a second scout, depending on how big this island is. We are playing on the Island Plates map, so that particular map type has random island sizes. So I don't know how big this island is. I'm hoping it is reasonably well sized, but it could be a pretty solid option for us. The first thing we want to do is eventually set up a nice campus in this particular city, so we're going to have a look around and start developing some of these other locations.
At his best, man is the noblest.
Awesome, there's Code of Law. So of course we are going to make sure we take Discipline, and we're going to take God King. Those are the important safe options for us. What we could do is go ahead and surround this unit. We want to put this unit into a placement where we can gain control of where it's going to be. The earlier we do that, the better. We want to avoid this actually being able to spawn any types of units. That'll be a problem. Let's also go ahead and work towards colonization. We do want to be getting a lot better settler production. Let's settle up there. It's going to increase our science output a little bit and also give us access to a luxury resource. So that way when we meet our first fellow civilization leader, we can go ahead and do some deals here to potentially get ourselves set up. So we're going to have that unit alert. If I change that to a government plaza, that would go up to +7, +5. I think I might do that. Government plaza right here actually seems a little bit better, because we can place down a commercial hub here. This would benefit quite a bit, this little area here. And what we could do is be able to develop some stuff around this region and get some good benefits here. Getting another campus up and running here might be a good option. We could also develop this city with a pretty nice Royal Navy dockyard as well. That way we have another dockyard ready to go that's going to be providing us a little bit more adjacency. So we can see here that we have quite a few areas here that we can develop good adjacency yields. So I'm actually quite happy with that. That is a good position for us to be in. Let's go ahead and continue moving towards that goal. That is not good. So that means in order for us to really open up our exploration, we're going to have to go after cartography. That is a ways off. We're going to need to get a couple harbors up and running. We're going to have our first couple pretty soon, so it's not that far away. It's just a matter of the fact that some of this stuff is going to take some time to work into. That builder is going to definitely be helping us a good bit. Now we're going to go ahead and put a couple into that. There, in fact, does look like there's more land here. Okay, there's a chance. There's a chance we might meet some... Wait. All right, so we're good on nearest score. Oh, that's actually really good. We're going to leave that as a 2-3 tile. We don't really need to be working that tile. I honestly would rather go up here. And in the meantime, I would like to go ahead and get masonry, so that way we can get access to harvesting stone. Okay, there's the medieval era. So we got our heroic age, which is great. Free inquiry is going to be good. The district adjacencies from the commercial hubs and harbors, particularly the harbors for us, will be giving us science, so that is good. Let's see here. That is going to be a good little boost to culture, so that'll help us. And then, honestly, like monumentality may not hurt. Cheaper unit buys, definitely not bad. Great, so that's not bad to us.
Life.
Here's another governor title. So what we're going to want to do is we're not going to worry about ritual for a while. Personally, I want us to be building quite a few commercial hubs before this even becomes viable. So it might be a potential couple eras until I really think about this being like a major concept. What we do want to do is we do want to try to push for getting Magnus. And the reason I want to get Magnus is I want to start developing, like we're going to have a ton of industrial zones in this area, and we could use that as a way to really kind of just get some extreme growth going. So Sheffield will be a good city for that to be used, because eventually we develop a pretty strong industrial zone here, and then what we do is eventually go all the way down the line here, and go for vertical integration. And what that's going to do is getting production from all nearby industrial zones with regional bonuses, not just a first. So say if we have a bucket load of all these different these industrial zones, that is going to stack. The values of all the factories, of the power plants, all of that will stack into this one city. And then the city is actually going to end up being a production powerhouse. Nubia. All right, there's access to apprenticeships, so that is great. We can actually make our way over here. That way we can get set up here. Having another city here will be good. That'll be a fantastic city. So what we're going to do is first build the Royal Navy Dockyard. And then once we build that, we can eventually set up for a couple of other things. We can eventually build out a nice industrial zone here, get some production up and running in the city. Eventually get a campus. That'll be a good campus. +5 campus is great. We have a lot of other stuff that we need to do, so honestly, continuing building more settlers is going to be a really core part of how we kind of navigate this next era. Let's go ahead and recruit that. That gives us the free promotion level for our naval unit. So where is our naval unit? So let's see here. That's going to hurt. You know what? I kind of feel like I might want to move them back. Ideally, in a perfect setting, at turn 100, we would be basically just getting set up with 10 cities. We're actually not far off of that perfect ideal. We're getting some more important things taken care of first. So while it's tempting to just build settlers out, the thing is if we just indiscriminately build settlers without really planning it, what's going to happen is that we're going to lose out a potential tempo in the long term. Like, I want to build a nice ancestral hall here. This ancestral hall is going to provide us a lot of benefits, and we can get a lot of other infrastructure in place first, and then we could be able to get some really solid things going. Like, for example, this city is going to be able to start pumping out settlers in the long term, because once we establish Magnus with the vertical integration card, and we have quite a few of these industrial zones up and running with factories, this city will be able to really start growing a lot more and being able to really start pushing out more of these settlers, and we can start mass settling amongst different continents. So there's going to be some very good yield potential in the long run from that. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take for us to be able to get there. Unfortunately, that's not going to be something we could do for a little while. So it's just the nature of the situation as it stands. 30% production towards military units. So that actually might be really useful. Having the additional production, particularly in a city like this, actually could help us a good bit. We need to build a navy. Having another unit or having another city that could specialize in that's going to be pretty useful. So that's not bad. We're going to go ahead and set up towards that. So that'll be a good option for us. Next up on the list of things that we can work on, let's go ahead and go here. Awesome, so that's another luxury. That's actually a good thing to have, so we could definitely take that. And now that you've fulfilled your full usage at this point, we can go ahead and remove it. It's going to give us the Epic O'Malley, which basically is going to give us essentially a little bit of faith, a little bit of culture. So that is not bad. Basically gives us a free monument. So that's not bad. Honestly, I have no idea if Angkor Wat is being built or has been built, and that's something we're going to need to get that governor title anyways, so we can consider that as an option. Now, serfdom. Serfdom, serfdom, serfdom. Let's go ahead and go into that. That is going to be a great card for us. It's going to open up a lot of options with our builders. It's going to basically just give us a lot of free charges. So that's fantastic. So basically what we want to do is we want to look into some of these cities in the north here, really start getting that development up and running as well. We could also look at some of these other tiles here, you know, maybe do another chop here, build that out. Yeah, I kind of like that setup. Let's do that here. Cartography is in 6 turns anyways, so this will take 3 turns. That would be a great tile. Like, look at this. Like, look at the gold potential here. Obviously, the science isn't going to matter after this next era, but the gold potential is really what I'm looking at there, and the gold potential is going to be great. So I'm happy, very, very happy about that. what we want to do is, because we have some production here to work with in this area, we can honestly do a chop here. I just want to get that harbor up and running earlier so that way we can utilize that potential bonus to us. So let's go for that. And let's back this unit off and kind of check out this area. Let's do some exploration as well. We know there's plenty of barbarian presence here, so we want to not die if we can help it. Here's our next governor title, so that's a good thing for us. And since we have that second governor title available, we can eventually go into this. Or what we could do is we can do this. I am going to be very, very cheeky here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Auckland, right? And then we're going to actually go ahead and plug a Monty into Auckland. In 5 turns, we'll get suzerainty there. We met Gaul. Okay. All right. Third promotion. That may actually be a very huge difference maker. Get this unit fixed up. I'm actually going to go around the side. If I can stay out of visual range of those particular barbarians, they're not going to aggro towards me, and then I can go around here. So that'll be a good way for me to get safe passage here. Then we go around here. Let's do a chop here. That way we open up our food growth in our particular little city here. Again, this is going to be a very, very nice city in the long term, so we do want to be doing that. Plus, we need to focus on getting a great campus here. If we could do that, that'll be a good position for us in the long term. Let's see.
Gilgamesh.
You know, I may consider the idea for a naval domination victory. I kind of like that. I actually kind of like this. I like the idea for a naval domination victory. We've just met Tokugawa, so that's another Civ that we met. Good. We can use this position to do some exploration. And since we're pretty close to doing a full circumnavigation, we only need to meet three more civs, so that's not too bad. We could do that next era, or potentially this era if meet Gandhi and everyone. Getting a farm triangle here is going to be a good way for the city to really start producing some proper food, so that'll help. We met Teddy.
Tactics mean doing what you...
Fascinating. And we met Rapa Nui. Okay, good. Another civ for us to meet. That's good. Or city-state, rather. So, Bologna, definitely we want to get that. We want to get Kabul. Getting double XP from battles we initiate, that is big, especially in a naval battle, like a naval war, that is going to be very critical. Hong Kong is a good one. That'll definitely be useful. 1 turn away from civil service, so that is going to be good for us. Let's go ahead and get this particular Great Admiral. We met everybody. Yes! We can pull off another golden age. Consecutive golden ages. That's awesome. Oh, that is so huge, dude. Whew. That's big. That's really, really big. Now we just need to think about, okay, what can we do to get 1 more arrow score? You know what? That could be the play. That right there could be the play. There we go. That's going to be a good boost to all of our naval units. Oh, dude, I am so excited. This is actually turning into a really fun run. Wow, wee. Whew. A little tricky start. It's a slow start, but this is actually starting to look like it's going to be a good build. We've got a lot of work to do. but we could snipe this. This could be a massive snipe. So I'm going to look around, try to pick up some gold, and we'll leave that for next episode. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an excellent, excellent video for us to get started with the final DLC. This is quite fun. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm very excited to get this run really properly going in earnest. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Once again, thank you so much for watching. SpeeDMan out.